All right, family. All right, we back. Welcome to join us another Smelling Capital News. All right, we've been on a break. I ain't been feeling too well. Had a bit of a cold, so we got over this cold, and now we back. All right, we're gonna start off with look at Kitco.com. All right, Kitco.com. Look at some of the markets here right now. It's Saturday. It's Saturday at 8:10 p.m. December 5th, 2020. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. All right, see. We're gonna go ahead and see this updating right now. We start looking at the markets. We see the Dow Jones is up, the S&P 500 is up, the Nasdaq is up. All right, this is what the futures markets I have right now. All right, switch over to Europe. The Europe is up, the Stock 50 is up, the FTSE's up, the DAX is up. All right. Asian markets start trading to Europe and Asia start trading tomorrow night. For that'll be East Coast time. They start trading tomorrow night. All right, the Nikkei is down, Hang Seng is down, S&P AX and ASX 500 is up, and the Hang Seng is up. All right, so we're gonna switch over to here. We see the market. This is Kiko.com. One of the headlines: did platinum really go up $26 or 2.54%? All right, we're looking here at the New York stock price. All right, I ain't worried about the New York stock price, but go ahead and take a look at it. As you see, at one point, gold was down to $1,700, 1,700 and change, and it went back up. All right. Let's switch down here to the world spot price. See, look at the gold. Look at the asking price for gold. It'll drop down $3.20. Silver's up. Platinum is up. Palladium is up. And rhodium is unchanged. All right. So go look at there. Look at the world rate gold to ratio prices. All right. How many ounces it take to equal 1 ounce of gold? All right. There we go with that one. All right. That was your financial look. So we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Got our first story here. This is from ZeroHedge.com. Australia's on its own. China will keep 200% tariffs on Aussie wine. So the war, so basically every nation is hurting right now for cash. They're looking for anything to get liquidity. So now the trade wars have begun. The real trade wars have begun. People throwing tariffs all across on each other. All right here. So as we go look at it, as China places trade pressure, the reality is Aussie's economic place in the world has been laid bare. It's on its own. Begins a scathing op-ed by James Lorison, director and professor of Australia-Chinese Relations Institute, the UTS, at the University of Technology of Sydney. All right, he underscores that the Australian government leaders need to come clean with the fact that it is worsening trade diplomatic spat with China will not be a cavalry like mind a democracy on the way or even so much on the horizon. All right, so looking at that, the Aussies are hurting right now. The economy is hurting really badly. All right, and they're in a full blown trade war with the Chinese. Chinese deliver 200% tariff tax on Aussie wine, one of their big exports. All right, this is just one big trade war where people are throwing tariffs all across. They're throwing tariffs on all sorts of goods. China's throwing tariffs on us. U.S. is throwing tariffs on them. Everybody's throwing tariffs on each other. When all else fails, they can't keep it. They can't keep the economy crashing, hitting news anymore. So they start trying to hurt everybody else in the world. All right. So this is one big step. All right. We get up to the next story here. All right. This is from Vox.com. All right. All right. This is from Vox.com. This was dated November 27th. We now know up to 40% of 40 up to 40 million people are being evicted. It's up to Congress. It is up to Congress to do it. All right. So basically, what they're saying is, if 40 million people are scheduled to be evicted, all right, out of their homes due to this so-called pandemic, and I call it a so-called pandemic, all right, or pandemic as they say, all right. So Congress doesn't step in and get these moratoriums extended once again. You're gonna see 40 million people, up to 40 million people evicted. People can't pay their rents. They can't pay their mortgages. The moratoriums are ending. So that's what's gonna happen coming soon. All right. All right. As we get down into this little story, get down pretty much in the story. If these moratoriums don't kick in, but you're gonna see 40 million people by the beginning of next year be getting evicted from their homes or apartments. All right. All right, and this is coming from my home state. All right, it's from ABC7 KVIA.com. All right, thousands of cars form lines to collect food in Texas. All right, this is not just in Texas. This is going on nationwide as people are hurting food insecurities have kicked in. All right, and people are lining up all the time for the food banks. All right, we're getting reports that food banks are really hurting very badly for food. They're having to they're tapping as many sources as they can, asking people who do have means to get food to donate to them so they can actually help people be able to sustain. All right, not just adults, but we got millions of children who depend on food from their school systems, their lunch, their breakfast and their lunch. They're not getting that right now. So this is what's going on across, not just in Texas, but across the nation worldwide. All right. All right. Then here we have a situation here about the money supply. People think that having so much money in the economy is a good thing, but in reality, it's a bad thing. All right. All right. This is coming from the Fred Economic Data. All right. Economic Research of the Federal Reserve. All right. All right. This the St. Louis Fred.org. All right. The St. Louis Fed.org. All right. You can see up there. All right, they want money supply. I want you to take a look at this money supply. All right, let's start off in 1980. If you look at 1980, go all the way down. All right, here we go. Monday, March 24th, 1980. This is in terms of thousands of billions of dollars. All right, 3.88.4 billion dollars in the circulation. All right, now just keep going up. I'm gonna go as slow as I can, and then you can look all the way over to the money supply. How it's steady and steady increasing. All right. The more money you have in circulation, the more currency you have, the less the value of it is. All right. So people think it's cool and it's good to go. Look at how it's right this. Look at this right now. All right. July 2012. All right. There was $2,378.5 billion worth of U.S. currency in the circulating. All right. Switch over. Let's go on up. Oh, and look at this as it keeps going up. All right. If we move back over here to where it is, all right, and then we take a look at what is as of updated December 3rd. All right, just 2 days ago. All right, there is $6,231.3 billion. All right, billions of dollars in the country floating around. That's not good, family. Having so much currency supply only devalues the U.S. currency. All right. So get a look at that. We see it from the beginning, just before 1980, the money supply steady increase and increase and increase. All right. All right. And then we got our final story here. This is coming from John Williams at shadowstats.com. All right. And these numbers is what we get from right here. All right. So take a look at this. I'll highlight it a little bit. All right. November payrolls, those numbers are coming in. All right. As you can see here, we get they're supposed to, first they were talking about a V-shaped recovery, then an L-shape, a U-shape. They have all these things going on, all right. And then these numbers come in straight up, all right, with more. All right, also flattening out a non-recovery levels headline. Unemployment U3 or the U3 number was understated for the 9th straight month. They're lying about these numbers again, all right. All right, well, they put out the Department of Bureau of Labor Statistics. They all put out these numbers, the unemployment numbers. All right, they put out all this stuff. Everybody puts out these grandiose numbers, and then they get revised down. And then you have places like shadowstats.com, John Williams, who dig into the actual data and digging and they get rid of compile these alternate data that's coming up, and they got the real numbers of what's going on. All right, then we got another one here, December 4th. All right, an annualized pace, the October 2020 real U.S. merchandise trade deficit narrows slightly. All right, so we still have a trade deficit. It just got smaller. All right, because people don't want to buy U.S. dollars anymore. They're charging the U.S. more to buy their goods. All right, so we got all sorts of things kicking in right now. All right, we got gold price. We got the precious metal markets heating up. The Aussie and Chinese are in a full-on trade war, throwing tariffs on each other. 40 millions of people are scheduled to be evicted next month. Next month in the beginning of the year. Got the food banks out the yin yang going around everywhere. The money supply is out of control. All right, and the real numbers are actually coming in. All right, so All that said, family, thank you for joining us another edition again of Melody Company News. Once again, as we say here, you are your own best financier. Become your own banker. Become your own savings and loans. Become your own credit union. All right, you are your best banker. All right. Once again, thank you for joining us. Like, subscribe, and comment. Go ahead and hit that notification bell. Hit that notification bell, the subscribe button. All right. Once again, thank you for joining us, and let's get it started.